AI can build a website in 5 minutes. And I think that's about to expose one of the biggest myths in business. AI is proving that simply having a website was never enough. During my 20-year career in website development, I've noticed something strange. The businesses winning online weren't winning because they had better websites. And the businesses struggling today? Many are struggling for the exact same reasons they struggled before AI existed. Different technology, same problems. Everyone's asking, can AI build my website? Honestly, I think that's the wrong question. Because I've seen businesses spend thousands on beautiful websites and still struggle to get customers. AI didn't create that problem. It simply exposed something many businesses still don't want to admit. A website is not a business strategy. And if you're relying on your website alone to grow your business, you may already be competing in the wrong game. I started building websites in 2005, over 20 years ago, long before AI, long before drag-and-drop builders, back when updating a homepage could take hours. And over those years, I've watched the industry go through the same cycle again and again. A new tool arrives. People declare something dead. Designers are finished. Developers are finished. SEO is finished. Marketing is finished. Then 6 months later, the businesses that were succeeding before are still succeeding. And the businesses that were struggling before are still struggling. I've worked with clients who wanted complete redesigns, new themes, new platforms, new logos, new everything. Sometimes we'd make all those changes, and the phone still didn't ring. Not because the website was bad, because the actual problem was somewhere else. I've seen that pattern so many times that I can't ignore it anymore. I understand why this idea is spreading. AI websites are impressive. You type a prompt, a website appears. Pages, images, copy, layout, navigation, all in minutes. That's genuinely remarkable. If you showed that to me 10 years ago, I probably wouldn't have believed it. But something else has happened. The easier websites become to build, the less valuable building a website becomes. And that's the part almost nobody talks about. If every business owner can generate a website this afternoon, where exactly is the advantage? Imagine every restaurant in your city suddenly receiving the exact same kitchen equipment. The equipment matters, but eventually customers choose based on the food, not the oven. We're heading toward the same situation online. The internet is filling up with websites that look polished, professional, modern, clean, and completely forgettable. Because when everybody can create something that looks good, looking good stops being enough. A few years ago, a client came to me convinced their website was the reason they weren't getting leads. They wanted a redesign, new graphics, new layout, new platform. The usual list. So we started looking deeper. And after a few conversations, something became obvious. The website wasn't really explaining why someone should choose them. The homepage looked fine, but the message was weak. It sounded like every competitor. Generic promises, generic claims, generic language. The redesign wasn't the solution. The positioning was. And I've seen versions of that story over and over again. Businesses obsessing over colors, buttons, features, animations. Meanwhile, the first thing visitors read says something like, dedicated to customer satisfaction. What does that even mean? Every competitor says that. Now AI is making this even more common, because AI is extremely good at producing average, professional-looking average, and average doesn't stand out. Let me throw out an idea that some people won't agree with. I think AI is making websites less valuable, not more valuable. Hear me out. The website itself is becoming a commodity. The same way calculators made arithmetic easier. The same way Canva made design easier. The same way smartphones made photography easier. When something becomes easier to produce, the market starts paying attention to different things. Not the tool, the outcome. That's why I think many people are asking the wrong question. Instead of asking, can AI build my website? Maybe the question should be, why would someone choose my business after they arrive? Those are very different conversations, and one of them is much harder. Something changed in my own thinking recently. Years ago, I probably believed the technical side of web design created most of the value. Building things, coding things, fixing things, making things work. Those skills still matter. But AI has forced me to rethink where the real value actually lives. Because now I can generate pages faster than ever. What I can't generate instantly is understanding. Understanding customers, understanding motivations, understanding objections, understanding why somebody buys from one company and ignores another. AI can write a headline. It can't automatically know which headline will connect with your audience. AI can generate content. It can't automatically create trust. AI can create words. It can't automatically create credibility. That's a completely different challenge. And honestly, it's always been the bigger challenge. We just didn't notice because building websites used to consume so much attention. Another thing that bothers me about these conversations, everyone keeps talking about technology. Very few people are talking about business outcomes. I see websites ranking on Google that still struggle to generate inquiries. I see businesses investing thousands in design while neglecting their offer. I see companies launching beautiful websites and acting as if the work is finished. The launch isn't the finish line, it's the starting line. A website isn't a business strategy, it's a tool inside a strategy. Big difference. And that's where I think some business owners are going to get caught. They're going to use AI. Their competitors are going to use AI. Everyone ends up with similar-looking websites, similar-looking content, similar-looking messaging. Then they wonder why nobody stands out. The competitive advantage didn't disappear. It moved, and many people haven't noticed yet. A website has never been a substitute for understanding your customer. AI didn't change that, and no prompt will ever replace that. Here's another one. The businesses most threatened by AI aren't the ones using old technology. They're the ones offering nothing unique. So, when somebody asks me whether AI can build a website, my answer is simple. Yes, absolutely. And that's exactly why websites alone are becoming less important. Because if everybody can build one, the advantage has to come from somewhere else. The businesses that win over the next few years won't necessarily have the best websites. They'll have the clearest message, the strongest positioning, the deepest understanding of their customers, the greatest ability to communicate trust. AI is going to make website creation faster than ever. I don't think that's the threat. I think the threat is believing that a website was the business strategy all along. It never was. And maybe that's the biggest misunderstanding in this entire conversation. I'm curious where you stand on this. Have AI website builders made things easier for your business, or have they simply created more noise? Let me know in the comments, because I have a feeling we're only at the beginning of this discussion. And if you would like more tips on running a smooth, profitable web design business, please like this video and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any valuable tips. My name is Fabio Peters. Until next time, take care.